Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Tuesday, February 19th. And if you see my daughter Sarah around, it's her 26th birthday today. And the headlines, colder today, or this morning mainly. We got some temperatures below zero in the MAC area, and we'll show you that in just a moment. But milder air overall for the next 7 days will be a little bit above normal. We expect several light mixed events. We got to keep an eye on a couple of them. If they shift a little farther to the north or south, we may get heavier precipitation, either in the form of snow or rain. But right now, it looks like we get dry slotted on a couple of these systems, so we don't have real heavy precipitation amounts. But again, it could be pretty slippery Thursday morning, and again, towards early next week around Tuesday, we may see several inches of snow. And again, we'll talk about that in just a moment. Again, the stronger of the storms looks like it'll come this weekend with maybe about 2/10 to 4/10 of an inch of rain, freezing rain with just maybe a touch of snow. And again, right now, it looks like the last week of the month and then the first week of March, we could see brutal conditions compared to normal. So we're going to go through a couple, at least a 2-week period of maybe very cold temperatures and potentially snowy periods as well. Out there this morning, you can see down to 2.7 degrees below zero at Lakeview, near zero at Newaygo, and many temperatures in the single digits, just barely above zero over at Clarksville. The warm spots down in southeast lower Michigan with temperatures around 14, 15 degrees. And again, right now we got to get Marlette up and going. They've been down since Friday. I think their computers just shut off, but we'll give a call out there and see if we can't get that going this morning. And if we look at the satellite view, you can see the overall change in the pattern is going to be bringing a pretty steady flow of moisture north out of the Gulf and the Pacific, and it's going to be heading towards the Great Lakes. We got very cold air off to the north, and it's going to be a battle here over the next several systems as to how far this cold air can stay entrenched or whether it retreats quite a bit. Right now, the best bet is that the warm air will overrun the cold air deep enough where we'll see maybe more in the way of liquid precipitation. But again, it's something we really need to keep an eye on. A lot of times the low-level cold air will win out and help suppress these systems further south. Right now, we could get into the 40s here late this weekend, and again, that could bring plenty of rainfall to the area, but again, something we're going to really have to keep a close eye on. Nothing out there as far as precipitation on the radar, just some light returns across downwind from the Great Lakes. And if we look at the weather map this morning, you can see a lot of energy is going to be developing across the southwest states, and all that will be eventually moving to the northeast. As we get into Wednesday, you can see areas of freezing rain, probably be some snow mixed in there, especially across central areas. I expect about 1/10 of an inch of freezing rain late Wednesday into Thursday morning, with maybe a trace of snow again. If we're going to have issues with area schools, it'll be for Thursday morning. It looks like the only time I think we'll have any big concerns. And then again, Thursday morning, high pressure system will move in. We're still under the northwest flow around that high pressure, but this is going to move off to the east and allow more moisture to develop and move up this way as we get towards the weekend, but also will be on the warmer side of these systems as it looks right now. As far as how much precipitation here over the next 7 days, you can see the heavier wintry precipitation with lots of snow expected for the UP back into Wisconsin, northern Iowa, back into Minnesota, and rain and even thunderstorms further to the south. And you can see where many of these low pressure systems are going to track are probably going to be from around Traverse City or Ludington all the way down to southeast lower Michigan and northern Ohio, and that'll put much of the MAC and LAC areas kind of in the dry slot where the least amount of precipitation is expected. But again, further shift on any of these systems north or south could bring heavier precipitation further north or bring it further south. So again, right now it doesn't look like anything too severe for much of the area here over the next 7 days. The worst issue may be several bouts of freezing rain. This won't be from any one event, but over the next 7 days, you can see maybe a decent chance, especially across central lower Michigan. Again, we'll have to keep an eye on that, especially for Thursday morning. We could easily see maybe even a couple of tenths of freezing rain at that point, and that would definitely cause some problems from area schools for Thursday. And as far as snowfall, again, not a whole lot here. This is actually the next 7 days. And we'll show you the 10-day, but you can see much of the heavy snows across the UP back in Wisconsin. Now, if we go to the 10-day from the GFS, you can see we begin to sink as more cold air gets into the pattern. We'll see more in the way of possible accumulating snows further south. And again, as we go into the last week of the month and the first week of March, we can see a lot of cold air and maybe plenty of opportunities to pick up quite a bit of snow. As far as the in-house computer system goes, just again a very light amount of precipitation, around a tenth or two, again in the form of some mixed freezing rain and snow here for tomorrow night into very early Thursday. Then again, our little bit bigger system, again heaviest precipitation will be to the north and to the south of us, but 2 to 4 tenths of an inch. You can see mainly green, indicating more in a way of rainfall, and you can see how the white line, which is the snow depth, shows a lot of melting snow. I don't know what we're going to melt this much. Again, the snow underneath is quite wet and icy. It'll be hard to melt a lot of that snow, but again, it takes us down to almost nothing. And then you can see early next week, around the late Tuesday into early Thursday, another system may bring us several inches of snow. Again, we'll keep an eye on that again as we go through the next several days. As far as the extended outlook, you can see very, very cold air is going to be developing out west into the central and northern plains. And again, we expect that to slowly press to the east, but right here in the Great Lakes, we're going to be in the battle zone. So I expect, again, lots of precipitation chances here over the next 6 to 10 days, and I think even in the 8 to 14 day outlook, we may see more in the way of the eastern third of the United States, wetter than normal or whiter than normal, as that cold air tries to press into the warm southeast ridge. Looks like a pretty active pattern coming up during that period. As far as the forecast goes, you can see temperatures after a very cold start to the day will warm up nicely into the mid-20s, and then temperatures mainly in the low to mid-30s right on through Friday, with plenty of sunshine today, Thursday, and Friday. And again, that little icy mix as we get into tomorrow night into very early Thursday. And then our system over the weekend now looks more rain than anything else, with temperatures climbing into the mid-40s. And you can see about a 3 on our rating as far as school closing. So plan on school, but certainly there is a chance we could see some delays if that icing does materialize. Thanks for stopping by, and have yourself a great day, and 73s to all.